Hello, Internet. I'm Corione, your witch in residence here on YouTube. And while I will be away this week, I figured you guys could use a fresh video. Now, normally I don't go on my own little soapbox here and use it to promote my feelings on a subject. Normally I try to teach, and I try to teach lessons that we can all take away and we can all learn from and grow from. This episode is going to be a little different. This is something that we can learn from because it drives me so crazy. Now, before I get too deep in, I just wanted to say thank you to all my subscribers. For those who have not yet subscribed, please consider doing so. I know it's a little bit of a pain, but it would really help out this channel. Um, and for those who are subscribed who are liking what you see, I run a fantastic membership program. It's cheap, you get access to unique videos, as well as a say in how we do things and what we're going to do going forward. For example, in this October, I'm going to be doing a divination night where you can have your fortune read or have questions asked. And all donations from that event will go to children's play as voted by the members, who all feel that children in hospitals deserve to be able to have some fun. So I'm hoping you will come out, ask questions, donate money to a very worthy cause, and with any luck between all of us, maybe we can help some kids get through the coming holidays that are going to be stuck in hospital and have them have a good day. Now, with that obligatory ritual out of the way, let's dig down into this. So, the military has a concept called stolen valor. The basic idea is some person buys a old uniform, goes around to pawn shops and picks up various medals, and then will say go to a bar or a rally or what have you, dressed up this way in an attempt to impress others with the valorous conduct that they did not actually perform themselves, but they lie about it. There are a lot of military veterans who will tell you that these are the worst kind of people of all because they are taking the hard work of others and pawning it off as their own. I personally think that that behavior is absolutely abhorrent. I think if you want that kind of valor, you should go out and earn it yourself. Okay? Um, Now, I would never conflate what I'm going to talk about with stolen valor. So I want to use a different term for it. I'm calling it stolen honor. Hear me out on this. Due to the popularity of pop culture witchcraft, not actual witchcraft, but pop culture witchcraft, there are a lot of people out there that claim to be witches. Okay? They think that by just saying that they somehow have earned that honorific of being referred to as a witch. Now, to be clear, it is my personal opinion that anybody who is willing to stand in a circle and honor the gods, anyone who is willing to go through the work of dedicating themselves to the gods, is worthy of that title, okay? And is worthy of the knowledge that that brings. Now, that to me is one of the most, is an important title, okay? And it's like being able to say you're an accountant, okay? Or you're a doctor, or you're, a lawyer. It represents a level of work, a level of effort, and a choice, a conscious choice you have made. It is deciding to open a door that once you've opened can never be closed again. It is not a costume you put on. It is not a title you can wear to impress others. It is no less than a promise to those around you, to the people that you will one day teach, and to the people that you learn from, that you have made the decision to stand apart from the regular laity of the world and choose to learn those things, to become worthy of that title, and to always stand worthy of that title in good standing from that point on for the rest of your life. This is a solemn thing. It is like becoming a priest. It is like becoming a rabbi. It is like becoming an imam. It is choosing the path of the Buddhist monk. Okay? This is a deep and solemn vow you make to the universe when you choose to do this. And when I see people make comments like, well, I've always felt like I'm a witch, therefore I'm a witch, they do not understand what they've done. What they have done is they have taken on an honorific that others have worked and dedicated years to, their whole lives to achieve that goal, to be willing to stand apart. It is not something you do willy-nilly. It is not something you do without the most sacred of oaths. And it is not something you do like someone would say, I don't even know how to put it. It's a solemn vow. It is a solemn dedication of who you are. This, and a lot of the people I am seeing out there are doing the equivalent of making an easy bake muffin in an easy bake oven and suddenly deciding that they are a baker. Or, changing a single light bulb and suddenly they're a house builder or a contractor. This what we do is such a challenging thing. It is such a sacred thing that wearing it like somebody would a cheap suit is an insult to all those people that have worked so hard to get as far as they have, to understand those mysteries, and to agree that with that understanding comes the responsibilities of teaching that next generation, of passing on the concepts of generating wonder for others, of creating that magic for them. So when one takes on, so what do I think is acceptable? If one were to say, your religion is Wicca, that is totally fine. You don't necessarily need that title. Okay, you can say you're Wiccan as your religion. You can say, I'm following a pagan path and be completely fine. Okay? But when you use the words, I am a witch, to other witches, it implies one of three key things. One, you have initiated a self-dedication where you have gone through a very sacred and very deep and spiritual journey, and at the end of it, you have made a promise to yourself and to the gods that you will follow their lead. 2, it means that you have potentially been given an initiation into a practicing Wiccan group. Okay? And 3, the only other official thing that I would say is acceptable for someone to claim the title of witch is that they are actively studying what it means to be a witch, and that they specifically say, I am a witch in training. They admit that they are not there yet, but that they are getting there. Again, this is very much like somebody saying, I used an online tax program to file my taxes, so I guess I'm an accountant, right? I hear a lot of time on the TikToks, what we call witch talk, where someone will have think they have cast a single spell in their life. They blinked and twitched their nose, and the light in front of them changed, and suddenly, oh my goodness, I'm a witch. No, that's not it. Okay? Being able to manipulate reality by chance does not make you a witch. Learning spellcraft does not make you a witch. Okay? Dedicating yourself to the path does. And if you're not willing to do that, if you're not willing to stand and say that, then you haven't earned the title. And by claiming otherwise, you are doing harm to those who have worked so very hard for that title. I talk a lot here about respect, about respecting others, or about respecting yourself. I'm going to ask that while we keep the discussion respectful in the chat, that we also talk about respect a fair bit here. And while, hey, I totally understand not everyone that follows this channel is a witch or Wiccan, or even particularly interested in that specific religion. Instead, they're interested in what I have to say on spiritual matters. So here's the spiritual crux of it. If you are doing this, if you are bearing false witness to what you are, then who are you hurting? You're hurting others for sure, and you're hurting yourself. And there is no faith, there is no creed, there is no moral system out there that would accept both those things at the same time. So I'm going to ask you guys to think about it. I would love to hear your feedback in the comments. I promise I will get back to reviewing pop culture very, very shortly. I'm going to be taking a little bit of a journey in the next little while, and I promise as soon as we get back, we're going to start getting into proper what we can learn stuff. I'm going to spend October on a little bit more of the spooky from this point on, possibly a little bit more fun. And for my channel members, one of our first channel member videos is going to be going live very shortly. I'm doing a video on Sikhism. Not going into super huge detail and in-depth analysis, more a travel log on the faith and how to be respectful and show respect to them, so that if you happen to be in one of their holy places or in a meeting of them, you can greet them fondly, show them respect, and understand enough about their culture to avoid any cultural misconceptions. Personally, I've been really enjoying this deep dive I've been doing to try to understand their culture. And I can't wait for my members, and hopefully more of you, to join in on that discovery with me. Until then, everybody, I want to thank you so much. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.